The 2023 NASCAR season is almost upon us, and just like every year, there will be drivers that disappoint us. There will be drivers that do just about what we expect them to do, and there will be drivers that exceed our expectations or break out. So today, I'll be giving you 3 drivers that I think are going to break out in 2023. No, not that I don't think, I know will break out in 2023. Also, yes, I'm wearing an NBA hoodie in a NASCAR video. Sue me. Ryan Preece is truly a mystery going into the 2023 season. He has never been in top tier equipment in the Cup Series at least, and wasn't full time last season in any of the 3 major series. However, the Berlin, Connecticut native finds himself in some pretty good equipment driving the 41 at Stewart-Haas Racing. Thanks to a lackluster couple of years previously from the 41 team, the bar is set pretty low for Preece in 2023. However, I think there is potential for a breakout year in the 41. Nobody denies the fact that Ryan Preece is talented. He got his start dominating the Whelen Modified Tour throughout the 2010s, and in 2017, Preece would get a chance to drive for Joe Gibbs Racing's Xfinity team for just 4 races. In those 4 races, driving the number 20, Preece finished 2nd, 1st, 4th, and 5th, good enough for an average finish of 3.0. To be fair, this wasn't Preece's first 4 starts in the Xfinity Series. He did have a full-time season with JD Motorsports, some mid-tier equipment, but still, that was an impressive run from somebody with somewhat limited experience. Joe Gibbs thought it was impressive as well, as in 2018 he would let Preece run 15 races in the 18 car. While he wouldn't finish top 5 every race like he did the year prior, he did end up with 7 and a win at Bristol. Again, very impressive stat. Preece would gain attention from the Cup Series and earn a ride at JTG Daugherty Racing. This is where Preece would spend the next 3 years, and while there were some growing pains, I think all in all, Preece did very well considering the equipment he was given. That's the thing about Preece, if he has a good car, he will get the most out of it. That's why I'm excited to see him driving for Stewart-Haas, where he will get cars that can win races. Honestly, I don't think there will be much adjustment period either, as Ryan has a lot of experience at all levels of racing, and his modified background will make him a force to be reckoned with at short tracks. We already saw that in the Clash last week. For 2023, I could see him winning 1 to 2 races, making a deep run in the playoffs, and after years of mediocrity, the 41 might finally be making a return to relevancy in NASCAR. Justin Haley is a driver that, if you look back at the history of my channel, I've always been high on. While Haley isn't going to break out for a handful of wins or anything like that, his consistency is what will shine through this season. Some may have noticed at some points last year, but Haley has that Matt Kenseth ability to have a great day without anybody noticing. In 2022, the Winnemac, Indiana native had just 3 top 5s, but ended with an impressive average finish of 18th in Colleague Racing's first full-time effort. At the age of 23, Haley has an ability that some veterans don't even have, and that is bringing the car back in one piece. But when you look back at Haley's rise to the Cup Series, he's pretty much had this ability his entire career. In 44 races in the Truck Series at the ages of 18 and 19, Haley collected 3 wins, 12 top 5s, and 30 top 10s, boasting an 8th place average finish in 2018, where he also finished 3rd in the points. In his 3 full-time Xfinity seasons with Colleague Racing, his worst average finish of 12th came in just his first year in the 11. You could argue that Haley may be consistent, but he doesn't necessarily show that raw talent that most superstars of the sport display. But I compare Justin to more of a Ryan Blaney, another driver who finds himself up front a lot, but for one reason or another just can't seem to finish the job. This makes him the perfect candidate for a building team like Colleague Racing because he is able to push the car near its limits but bring it back in one piece so the team can develop it and raise the bar of what Haley can do. I think now that he has his first full-time season out of the way, Haley will break out with his consistency and maybe be a candidate to point his way into the playoffs depending upon the win distribution. That being said, Haley is more than capable of winning a race at any of the 6 superspeedway races on the schedule, so keep an eye out for that. Before I reveal the 3rd and final driver that will be breaking out in 2023, be sure to leave a like, hit a subscribe button if you are enjoying this video. If not, just skip over this and comment down below who do you guys think is going to break out this year. And without further ado, our final driver. I'm manifesting it right now. 2023 will be the year of Bowman the Showman. That's right, Bowman will no longer be NASCAR Twitter's punching bag, as his talent will be realized this year. Why am I so confident, you may ask? Well, there's been a certain someone holding that 48/88 team back since Bowman debuted with Hendrick back in 2018, and that someone is now gone. No offense to Greg Ives, but he was not the best crew chief, and yes, he held Bowman back. You see, Greg had this knack for giving Bowman a good car that Alex would wheel to the top 10 or even top 5, and then all of a sudden decide, hey, you're having a good run, Alex. Let's go ahead and stay out as long as possible and then take 2 tires, or some stupid strategy like that. Bowman would never be heard from for the rest of the race. It was bonehead decisions like that, race to race, that stopped this team from reaching its full potential. I'm not really sure if Greg was overthinking, or if he was underthinking, but regardless, he's not thinking anymore for the 48 team, which I see as a major boost to this team. I'm not only excited to see Greg Ives be replaced, I'm excited to see the man, Blake Harris, replacing him. Now, I'm sure you all have heard of how he developed and helped Michael McDowell give Front Row their best season ever, so I won't bore you with the details of that. Just know that he certainly was a big part of building that team up last year, and that's why Hendrick signed him. But let's dig a little deeper into Harris's career, back to where he got his start at Furniture Row, where he was the car chief for Martin Truex Jr. from 2014 to 2018, a time period where the team went from a middle of the pack team, or a little above middle of the pack maybe, to a champion. In 2017, a season where the 78 dominated the entire field, and the phrase "Stage winner MTJ" reigned supreme over the NASCAR world. Harris would follow Truex to JGR and stay there until 2022, when he would take the crew chief job at Front Row. Now, this could just be a coincidence, but 2022 was the first year of Martin Truex not having Blake Harris in his stable. I won't speculate about that, but Harris has talked about how his dream was to always be a crew chief at a top tier team, and now he's a crew chief at Hendrick Motorsports, one of the best NASCAR dynasties of all time, if not the best. So moral of the story, never give up on your dreams. I think the combination of Bowman and Harris will be a match made in heaven, as both have had to scratch and claw to get to where they are today. Also, knowing that Harris's goal was to be a crew chief from the beginning, I'm sure he took a lot of notes while working under Cole Pern and working for Joe Gibbs Racing. Clearly what he was doing over at Front Row worked, and I have confidence it will work for the 48 team. I think the showman will break out for 4 wins again and make a playoff run as deep as the Final Four. And who knows what could happen then. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below your guys' thoughts. Do you think these guys are going to break out? If not, who do you guys think will be breaking out this year? And why do you think that? Let me know down below in the comments. I will see you guys in the next one. The Daytona 500 is almost here. Peace out.